Christ.
Well, it wasn't depiction. It was me. I did post it, and I thought it was me as the doctor, and had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support. And only the fake news could come up with that one. So I just heard about it, and I said, how did they come up with that? It's supposed to be me as a doctor making people better, and I do make people better. I make people a lot better. As an example, the 11,000, I understand your husband's going through treatment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's
He
going
has
through
cancer.
some very serious cancer treatment, so
Yes, sir.
this goes a long way.
Yes, sir. It sure does.
Welcome to the latest White House drama. This time, Donald Trump is trying his luck as a healer. After his viral photo resembling Jesus made waves, he suddenly claimed he was undercover as a Red Cross doctor. It's a pretext that probably only he believes. While citizens are struggling with skyrocketing gas prices, the president is busy playing dress-up in the digital world. Let's take a closer look. Is this traditional robe truly the uniform of a modern-day doctor? Or is it simply a calculated move by Trump to court religious groups through controversy? Analysts view this narrative as an insult to public intelligence. By rebranding himself as a healer, Trump is attempting to craft a messianic image, even as his actions on the ground tell a very different story. Calling himself a healer is a slap in the face to the actual data. Under his administration, we've seen massive sweeping cuts to the National Institutes of Health, including a gutting of critical cancer research funds. It's the ultimate irony. While he publicly claims to champion patient care, his budget policies are actively dismantling the medical breakthroughs that millions of Americans literally depend on to stay alive. And it doesn't stop there. Trump launched a full-scale verbal onslaught against the Pope, labeling him too liberal and accusing him of being soft on crime. The irony, the Pope is simply echoing the same message of peace that Trump himself touted on the campaign trail. Now that the Holy Father is calling him out on those very promises, Trump is clapping back, triggering a new wave of drama to distract from the country's most pressing issues.
In the Trump administration, they're speaking out loudly about the message of the gospel. And that's what I believe. I am called to know what the church is called to do. We're not politicians. We're not looking to make foreign policies with the same perspective that we might understand it. But I do believe that the message of the gospel, blessed are the peacemakers, is a message of the war.
I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. No more wars, no more disruptions. We will have prosperity and we will have peace. Under Trump, we will have no more wars, no more disruptions, and we will have prosperity and peace for all. I am the candidate of peace. I am peace.
It all came to a head when he was asked about the core of his faith, and once again he gave a total non-answer. Between the religious claims, the attacks on church authority, and the disastrous policies, the public is left wondering, is this a calculated political strategy or just a desperate smokescreen to hide his inability to manage a national crisis? One thing is for certain, this drama is far from over.
You mentioned the Bible. You've been talking about how it's your favorite book. And you said, I think last night in Iowa, some people are surprised that you say that. I'm wondering what one or two of your most favored Bible verses are and why.
I wouldn't want to get into it because to me that's very personal. You know, when I talk about the Bible, it's very personal, so I don't want to get into verses. I don't want to get into.
There's no verse that means a lot to you that you think about or cite?
The Bible means a lot to me, but I don't want to get into specifics.
Even to cite a verse that
no,
you like?
I don't want to do that.
You're an Old Testament guy or a New Testament guy?
Probably equal. I think it's just an incredible. The whole Bible is an incredible. I joke. Very much so. They always hold up the Art of the Deal. I say my second favorite book of all time. But I just think the Bible is just something very special.